And what's up everyone, and this is Danny today looking at the Dual Pro Shine made by Incipio for your brand new HTC One. This case retails for about $35, but on Amazon you can get it for about $25. It just depends on where you order it. So let's just go ahead and open this thing up and see what comes in the box. And let's see how it installs and how it performs on protecting your brand new HTC One. So let's just go ahead and take the lid off of this. And there is the case right there. So let's take it out of the box and see what else comes in the box, and nothing else does. So no screen protector or anything else. This case definitely caught my eye because it really has a cool finish to the back of it. And if you look, it's got that just aluminum finish on the outside, and then it gives you a nice black rubbery interior to give you some shock protection. So I think that is a very cool case combo, and it's not very thick either. So that's another thing that attracted me to this case. So I really like the look of it. So let's go ahead and install this. And here is the new HTC One. And it's just so nice that I really don't want to put a case on it. But for most people, they're going to want to protect this thing because it's all metal. And if you drop it, it's probably going to dent, and you definitely want to protect it. So this first part of the case goes on. It's just rubber, and it looks kind of nice without the outside part. And it's fairly thin. So a very easy install there. And it feels good in the hand just like that. But we're going to go ahead and put the other side on, which gives it the rigidity. And the one thing about this case is it's a little bit harder to install. Sometimes it's easier if you actually just put this flat to the surface. And see this Incipio insignia thing where it pops up? That's where you need to line it up. Because sometimes if you don't get that just right, it's not going to go down and it's not going to fit perfectly. So make sure you take a look at that and kind of use that as a guide. And I know I didn't install it like this on the video, but if you actually put it down to a flat surface and push it down, sometimes that will help you with the install of this case. Now I'm going to show you what I mean by the install of this thing, where on the one side it looks very flush and everything looks good, and on the top it looks good too. But then when you take it to the side with that raised Incipio logo on the back, you're going to notice that it's not sitting down as flat as it could be. So definitely take a look at that and see how that Incipio logo is not coming above that cutout. That's going to be probably your only problem getting this thing on. And what you can do is just kind of smoothen it out, and sometimes you're just going to have to use a little fingernail or something, or just kind of pry it a little bit and it will come into place. So it's not that hard to install, but it can be a little bit annoying. But now that it's on there just fine and it's on there flat. So there is the install, and it looks very nice actually. I mean, if you look at this, it really matches the silver one very well, and it also will probably match the black one really well, since the black versions aren't out quite yet here in the US. But you can see that it's a nice finish to the outside, and it actually makes the phone look very good even with the case on, and it keeps that rounded back of the One. And these buttons are very tactile, they feel good, no problems pushing them at all. And on the top, you can see that the power button and IR blaster are open, and so is the 3.5mm headphone jack. But the only problem is that they never cut this part in the back out, so the power button is recessed in pretty good. I mean, it's not impossible to get to, but you definitely notice a difference when you're using other cases. And here is the Distronic case, and they have cut that part out in the back, so it's easier for your finger to run into the back and hit the power button. The micro USB and microphone is cut out just perfectly. So what do I think about this case? I think it's really nice, and they do make some other versions of this case, like a carbon fiber one, which I'll be reviewing as well, so check for that. But it feels really, really good in the hand. It doesn't add too much bulk, but it does add some bulk. And that's the only problem I'm having here, is just it's kind of loose on the top and bottom. You won't feel that in everyday use, but it should fit a little bit better than that. But that's about the only quirks of this case. But it feels good. It feels like it's going to protect this, and it's going to give you good front and back and drop protection. So I think this is a good choice for your One if you can deal with the power button that's on the top. That is the biggest use problem for me, especially when compared to something like the OtterBox. So please follow me on Super Scientific, subscribe to my channel, and thank you for watching.